What is up, Vault Hunters and Fantasy fans? We are back in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands today. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you've been up to. We are going to be jumping straight into our Tier 4 playthrough today. So the Season Pass DLC content for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands comes in the form of 4 little kind of activities. Each of them has 4 tiers of difficulty we've worked through. The first 3, we've done the first one at Tier 4. And we're going into GLUTTONS GAMBLE, which is the second one today. To add some extra challenge to these, we've been just doing some bits and bobs. So we did Cold Captors at Chaos level 10. And we did that in a roguelike fashion, going in without any gear on us. We went in completely naked and had to deal with whatever gear we picked up while we were in there. We are carrying that forward today by jumping up another 10 Chaos levels. GLUTTONS GAMBLE is going to be at Chaos level 20, but because we're increasing the challenge quite as steep as that, I'm allowing myself to carry forward 2 bits of gear from the last run. So I have this SMG with me, and I have a shield. It's not the shield I originally wanted, but I threw that one off a cliff, so unfortunately I have the green shield. But we're going to go straight in and see how we do. Tier 4, Chaos level 20, GLUTTONS GAMBLE. So it's going to be interesting to see how these play out this time. I have not done any of these. I'll let Vesper talk. So I haven't done any of these starting at a Chaos level 20 yet. With the lack of gear, we've got 2 items, so that is going to definitely help us out a bunch to have a ward straight off the bat. Definitely makes me feel like we're going to have a fair bit of security, and being able to do ranged damage with a gun rather than having to use a melee or a spell at the start is also pretty exciting, to be honest. Just need to be careful not to be too cocky. So I still have my skills, still have my ult, and I've got my little buddies running around helping me out, rezzing me and carrying me and all sorts of other things. Warm the old thumbs up. Let's stand in some fire. Projectile speed on these is quite slow. Need to keep that in mind. Definitely feel a lot more cocky having the ward and the gun, for sure. So, need to keep smashing all of these crates, because there's definitely, all loot sources in the game have an opportunity to drop stuff. And as we saw in the Cold Captors run I did last time, I actually got a legendary ring just out of smashing a crate, which is very good loot luck. Especially as I think I've still got quite a few of my dice to collect. While we're going through here, we do still need to be looking out for our little soul gems. We definitely need those. It's kind of weird how in some of these areas you have barrels and crates that just aren't breakable. I mean, it's not like this area is really functional in any sense. Why wouldn't I be able to just smash everything here? But I guess they want some scenery to look a certain way. No. Oh, wait a minute. I'm already getting cocky and running past stuff that I potentially need. So that is... Let's do a quick little whisk back. I've kind of got in the wrong mindset from the start there and just looking to... Oh. Where'd you come from? Looking to try and rush through when I only have the single gun and the shield. I still need to get all my other bits. I'm happy with the shield I got. Just take that with me. Just I want to fill my pockets. Make it feel like we're doing something. Fresh cosmetic. Itchy nose. Okay, we got a second SMG. Of course it would be an SMG, like, it's never gonna...
A few individuals wandering nearby who may have a clearer vision of this situation than I do. Use your expertise to find out which secrets they're holding.
It's never going to give me a different gun archetype straight off the bat when I already have an SMG. It's going to give me 5 SMGs or something stupid now before it even gives me an alternate gun. But that's okay. We have a gun, so I am happy about that. It was the Tier 3 Shattering Spectre Glass. I think we had a few false starts. I think it was 5 deaths before we actually managed to start making real progress in that run through. And I think it was somewhere within 45 minutes to an hour before the game even dropped me a gun, any gun. Oh no, wait a minute, maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe it was 30 minutes and it gave me probably the worst gun in the game. And then another 15 minutes or so before I found what I would consider a usable gun. So, at least we don't have to contend with that on this this particular session. I'm in the habit of breaking these barrels now. In that case, it worked out. I think maybe I didn't pay attention when I came in, as it is tradition to do. I'm not sure which my extra activity is. I don't think I saw it pop up on the chest or the barrels, which means it's probably melee kills. Let's try and get a melee kill on this badass. Definitely feel the enemies being a bit more tanky. This SMG was eating people in the Cold Captors run. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Funny? No? Don't kill her, guys. Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm probably less likely to do that. It's a bit too high risk. Well, hello. Actually, I'm going to run that.
It says magic
overhead. There we go. We've got a nice shotgun. Let's slot that so it's a little bit quicker access. We've got some armor there. Nice boost on the shield regen.
What monster would dream up a list like this? It's unfathomable.
The last boss on this.
The mind that cooked up this mess. Only a wild imagination could concoct such twisted things.
Come on, Vesper.
Go and find it.
Will do, ma'am. Will do. Okay, necklace, ring. Okay, we have got a party.
You made it through again.
Might get fully kitted out. Nearly all slotted, and we're only in the
woods are filled with pun guy energy.
second room. I can count. But yeah, I was about to say, the last boss for this encounter, whatever you want to count them as, is probably the one that has the most projectiles, AoE attacks, and just sort of ambient things going on. So, actually no, that is an absolute lie. I don't know what I'm thinking of. If you have watched or played the Molten Mirrors one, that boss is crazy about his projectiles. So that is probably the worst one to have to deal with. Shattering Spectre Glass wasn't as bad as it first seemed, because you actually have quite a lot of areas you can hide away where the boss doesn't go, which gives you a little bit of space to work. So that was okay. Careful here. Something perps. You did. Alright, some slightly better armor. Cosmetics, how you tease me. Nothing else interesting. This is still going to be a very solid gun. Frost SMGs are very strong in Wonderlands. Thankfully that doesn't give him health. Watching the burn there. Dot damage is getting me. Oh. Who's hit me? A lot of these kind of enemies have mortars and things and really throw you off. Lots of cosmetics dropping, but sadly nothing fresh. Come on, you gotta have something nice and tasty for me. Nice bit of loot. It's quite nice coming in with the weapon and the ward already. I just do feel that much safer. That I'm quite... Did that just go backwards? I feel like that just came out the floor and went vertical rather than the other way around. Let's break this game. We've got a Ludite. This is going quite well. That means it's probably going to crash and burn. That's fine. A little off topic, but if you are a Fortnite player, I do a little bit of that just for a bit of fun, mainly with family, but they've just changed the season over, so we're in chapter 5 season 2. I kind of don't keep track very well, but it's the sort of Greek gods, myths and something, myths and heroes, something like that they've called it, but I just feel like it's just going in the wrong direction. It's not what I'm really looking for with the game myself. Like, I like the agility and the map movement and the gunplay combined. I generally play zero build, not really bothered about the building stuff. But the new season they've brought in is just absolutely filled with abilities. So you got people flying around, teleporting around. You know, it's an interesting thing to have, but you know, it completely takes away from the gunplay. The guns all feel generally a lot weaker than they should do, or they have in previous seasons. Like last season wasn't actually bad for kind of the weapon setup. Everything now feels quite a lot weaker, and it's relying more on you using these abilities and lightning bolts and all sorts of other things. Personally, I feel like that's a bit tone deaf to why people aren't so bothered about the build mode, for example. It's because people just want something that's a simpler, better, like a simpler formula that works well. But yeah, I'd be interested to know your thoughts, even though it's not normally what we talk about.
Oh, right. The bees.
Right. A bit of procrastination there. We got a few more goodies for taking our time. We got a few more soul gems. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Tear your eyes away from your put laser focus on gathering beans.
Beans. When I first started this particular run through, I was a little bit skeptical as to whether the 10 chaos level jump up each time would be undoable, but it seems okay so far on the basis we had good loot luck on the first run. Happened to have a couple of good bits of kit in our pocket for this one, and it's just, you know, it's a completely different experience than it was when we were having to start fresh each time on Chaos 3, on Tier 3. So next one's going to be at Chaos 30. Once again, I'll allow myself to carry two items forward, just two. But who knows? Maybe we're going to clear this without too many headaches. It don't help when I'm acting half asleep. The intention was to have a bit of a pause or focus onto something a little bit different after Tier 4 is done. But if it's going up 10 levels each time, it seems to work. If it's sort of creating a bit of a challenge with this. Maybe I'll just push that a little bit more and see how high we can go. Right, I suppose I should have a bit of variety. Let's see what else we got. Yep, that lead over as well. Stickies, please. With the Ludite, with the Torg guns, any of these ones that fire explosive rounds, I definitely recommend that you use the sticky mode. A lot more powerful. Definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Booyah! Although there's more powerful spells, I definitely do feel like the comets are one of my favourite, just for the flash, the pizzazz of just pulling a giant glistening rock out of the sky. Although that being said, I called them comets, didn't I? If I called them comets, then I think they're actually meant to be ice, not rock. Don't know what it is about these barrel guys, but they always intimidate me.
Let the magic begin.
Get out of it. Melee finish. I am very, very excited to see what they do with Wonderlands 2. Let's have a swing. Let's have a change up on that. Let's see if we can kill ourselves as well.
Going to take weeks to get the stone.
Because a lot of these areas they've made are very, very cool. I like a lot of the extra spaces that you don't really see so much throughout the story, but they obviously were thinking about, obviously building, designing. Can't tell if that's really good or average. I feel like that comboed with this could be pretty sick. Little combos. Yeah, okay, that works. Unleash your hatred. Oh, hello. Spider bombs. Terrifying. Spiders that explode. For anyone who doesn't know about the chaos, of course you'd start talking. Anyone who doesn't know about the chaos levels in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, this is something you acquire through the chaos chambers, which is the end game activity. Sort of a gauntlet arena style deal. You go through different rooms and fight bosses, yada yada yada. But you can do chaos trial versions of those, where if you pass them, it works similar to OP levels, mayhem levels from previous Borderlands games, and you can switch them on to increase the difficulty of the game and earn yourself some slightly more powerful loot. You have, I can't show you every single time. I can't show you, but there are 4 different tiers. Like as you go up, there's 100 chaos levels, and this is only chaos level 20. So it's creating a harder difficulty to all of the enemies around me, but it's also meaning that I have a percentage chance to get chaotic, volatile, primordial, or ascended gear, which are just better versions. So you're seeing this, these items here have this extra little wisp around them, so they're not just a straight line up. So that's indicating that they are chaotic versions of gear, and therefore they have boosted stats. And as you go up the chaos levels, you open it up. So the lower levels you only have chaotic gear available to you, then volatile, and the higher you go, you then get primordial and ascended. And ascended is the top tier for the gear. Alright, I think we've milked this room for enough. Let's make a maneuver.
Those goblins are has-beens now.
Not been spending...
Hasn't-beens. Whatever, moving on.
Not been spending our soul tokens yet. We're going to do that at the end of this entire tier 4 run through. So at the moment there, it's amassed 185 between the Cold Captor's run and this one. Which actually seems quite low, if I'm honest. Did I spend some coins? I don't think I did. Almost positive I didn't.
Could you imagine sailing out to that
pirates.
Lovely.
Pirates!
Especially since they've caught all the crabs.
Alright. Howdy, neighbor.
Watch out! The storm is arising!
I do find it interesting how pirates get pulled into fantasy games so much. Although, arguably, you know, I think I explained before that our contemporary idea of pirates is sort of a fictitious one anyway, but... They are a fun character type. I've been just recently getting myself into One Piece. I'm quite into anime. I've tried One Piece a few times and haven't really taken to it, and I don't normally watch live versions of stuff, but I did watch the live action One Piece on Netflix when I was feeling a little bit ill, and yeah, I have to confess I did find it good fun. So I decided to give the proper series another look. I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's a little bit dated and probably aimed at a bit of a younger target audience than me. Got ourselves a explodey shotgun there. Get you out of the way and have a look at that. I didn't like that one anyway. Stickies again, because it's a tool. Quite a delay on those shots. But it works. It works. We'll make good use of that. Let's do it. let's not go and get dead to something stupid. Fall off the map or something. It's getting a bit close there. Got to be careful to pay attention, because if we do go down, I do have a chance that my mushroom companion could pick me up. But if he's in trouble or too far away, then that's it. Back to the lobby. Well, not lobby. Back to the overlook. Okay, got our first little crab arm. One down, 2 to go. Ah! So, just trying to throw myself off at any opportunity now. Fairly recently put up a video about the Borderlands movie trailer, the first movie trailer, talking about alternative cast. I'm not really very keen on... I mean, I sort of held that back a lot there. I'm not keen on the look of the film. I think it looks like they've done a pretty poor job, considering how much effort I think that they must be putting into certain aspects of its production. But not a fan so far. Was the first trailer. Maybe there'll be some surprises. Maybe there'll be some things that sort of come to pass that are going to be far better when we actually get to see the full thing. But right now, yeah, big problems. But one of the main ones that I wanted to focus on was the cast. So I did make a video just talking about my alternative casting picks. So if that has any interest to you, please do go check that out on the channel. And I've had a number of people ask for my follow-up video to that, which is going to be focusing on what my casting would be for other Borderlands characters who are not currently in the film, who are not listed for the film at the moment. I have already done Brick and Mordecai, but the video will be mainly focusing on Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, Tales from Borderlands 1, and maybe even some stuff for Wonderlands characters. Well, there isn't all that much with that, because they actually used quite a lot of Hollywood actors with this game, so my inclination would be that they just stay the same. So Valentine in Wonderlands is played by Jake Peralta, who is... he's played by Andy Samberg, who is Jake Peralta in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And then, I can't remember his name. The guy that plays the Dragon Lord in this is the same guy that voices Batman in the Lego Batman movie. That's about the most mainstream reference I could think for that, but both big Hollywood actors, both very capable of playing their own parts, should, you know, hypothetically, were this ever a thing. I might come up with some other alternatives, I suppose. That's a bit of a cop-out. So I might think of some other people that could play those particular roles, just for fun, depending on how much time I have with the video and how it all goes. But a few more things to get through before I get to that anyway. Grab and grab. 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 Hello? What? I don't understand. Okay, doesn't look like we've got anything too special around here loot-wise. Let's get this one cleaned up. Beat you to death. Let's go and get the final crab leg. Tornadoes, destroy. So far this has been so straightforward, I'm sort of forgetting what I'm doing. Forgetting that I'm even doing something that's meant to be a challenging version of that, and it's quite interesting. Just 2 bits of gear just changed the feeling of the challenge that drastically. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes as we move forward. I might be in for a bit of a shock when we get to the boss. Maybe it's all going to come crashing down around me. Just kind of spraying everywhere. Cover all the bases. That's quite cool.
I wish I could reload.
Careful up here, not to throw myself off.
You seem like you've had enough of this crap.
Do. Zoning out as well. Let me think, what other rooms have we got? Is it just one more room? The room with the pile of bones. Maybe that's it. Oh, probably need to pick that up. Probably. Mostly.
The recipe says, now that you've caught crabs, it's bone. Ah, the monstrous mind that wrote this recipe must be stopped.
Another little treat there. Slightly better Ludite. Ludite blast off. That says, it's because we got chaotic version there. Although it's an 8.6 Evan on 2 times. Despite the numbers, I think that should be better. We'll give it a go.
A whole meal out of bone seems excessive. I can't even imagine.
Right. Let's try and smash through this. I'm sort of kind of feel like I'm rushing towards my own demise here. You get the double shots out on this one. It's just a bit more burst damage. I definitely feel like that's performing better. Let's try and get another stack on the big one. Okay. Sort of fire and forget a lot with the Ludites. Just get some shots out and then get out of the way. The faster you can get those out, arguably the better.
Every day's a grind, isn't it?
Oh, Vesper, I love your humour. Okay, you guys mind for a second? I'm just shopping. I got a shop. Get out of here. Kind of stuck there. It's fun to watch. You guys kill that.
Always wanted to say that.
There needs to be a quicker way to do the old selection of your rings, being that you have 2. Oh, bric-a-brac. That could be very handy for the boss. That's a Ferrior type, and we can. Oh, actually no, that's going to go at the start of the list, and that needs to be that one. No, that's better. As now I've got that one at the start there, I can toss a couple of those out. Switch to my other guns. That's not a very elaborate one. Still might be handy. Spriggan. Told you it was going to be an SMG room. Just SMGs everywhere. Right. Melee damage. Now, I'm not really using melee damage, so the companion damage is definitely stronger, although you do have the increased spell crit. I don't think I'm too worried about that. Pistol reload. That's quite good, and I still get my spell damage. I feel like getting my companions to do all of the work is a bit of cheat. I'm going to do that one. It's just a little bit better. Right, let's go, go, go. Oh. Goodies, 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 goodies. How many are we at now? 247. So the soul tokens are used on the Wheel of Fate once you get out, which we're going to be saving those until much later. But it's 25 soul tokens to have a spin on the Wheel of Fate, and then you just get a bunch of different loot spat out at you. Just going to activate all of these. That is not very powerful. That's something I'm missing. That seems excessively weak. What am I missing? Home enemy exploded impact. It's not a very good one. Face.
They should call cute skeletons bone snacks instead of bone knees.
Now that is more like it. Thank you very much. I told my tornadoes to go out. Why don't they listen?
At this point, you've broken more bones than you've broken sweat.
She's not wrong.
You're making quick work of these.
Enemies in this area come quite fast and furious. There's not much room to think. I want to look at stuff. Yes. Quick snap judgments. That's all we've got time for. I can do tornadoes too. How about that? Right. That's not as good. I'll take it anyway. Just so I can moan about my pockets in a minute. Not so keen on that. Make sure the ammo doesn't drop down, particularly as I am being very SMG focused. I don't really use much variety. I thought it's not very interesting, but I feel like we're just going to try and chew through this as quick as we can. Well, not as quick as we can, but not as quick as we can. But at a fair pace. No, I didn't. I never thought that.
That's the whole list of ingredients. It's time to see the mind behind all this.
Right, this is the last room. We have the boss up next. I think we're going to be running pretty much as we are. However, I'm going to just look at my spells because it gets a bit hectic. Probably would be able to have a spell that does a bit of itself. That gives me health back. The Calamity was quite good. But maybe it's better to keep the spell just so I can zap close enemies off of me quickly. I'm going to stick as I am. Stick as I am. You mind? Get the shield. Says it's better. And we do have a enchantment on that one. We're dropping quite a lot of. I'm going to stay with the security. Oh, God. Falling asleep now. Hope you aren't. If you just yawned, hit it in the comments. Right. Can we do this? Get a bit more ammo in our pockets. Nice reused assets. That's what we like. It definitely gives them lots of room to play around with a lot when they have the same engine running on Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands. So they can just be making all sorts of environments and assets and stuff and borrow them to keep both of them nice and full with content. It is a shame how Wonderlands went in terms of being a bit more minimal, but I'm confident that that will not be the case on the second one. Right. Wish me luck.
I see an invitation to dinner in your future.
Ooh, almost had a crash there. Computer didn't seem happy. That is slow damage. This is going to be interesting. She's already kicking my butt when I'm kicking hers. Gingers.
How swift they fall.
Let's try the old reliable Ludite. Oop. That ledge there always gets me a little bit. It's a very thin ledge. I somehow always seem to fall off it. Oof, oof, oof. Health, health, health. Ludite is what we end up with for the last boss on our tier 3 run, Shattering Spectre Glass. Saved the day, really. Able just to spam shots and keep moving. Oof. I'm not even sure what I want to do with this fight at the moment. Nope. Pet her, don't pet her. I'm just going to pet her with some very painful stick or something. Down too quick. Too many downs already. Get too many of those, we're going to be GGing real fast. And I'm not too bothered about the gingers. I do not like this. Fire and Forget on Eruption. That's a ground-based one though, really. Sunder of Luck. Also ground-based.
My apprentice. It's the winter of your demise.
So I'm sort of running in circles a little bit at the moment, just trying to find some sort of rhythm. Standing still is a good way to get yourself dead in a boss fight like this. So definitely better to think while you move, trying to find areas where you're a bit more comfortable to stand or shoot, a little bit more cover, or just a rotation where you can be constantly on the move but then also able to get the attacks out that you need. She is a wily one. Those were a million miles off. Chipping away at something, even if it's pretty lame. Hayaken! Do you like this area? There's a nice warm, homely feeling to it. I definitely get the vibe they were going for. I definitely feel some, you know, some good cooking goes on here when she's not plotting to destroy everything. This. It's pretty pathetic. Oh man. Oops. Hey. That was my ride. This is the easy stage as well. She's going to get a lot more interesting when she switches to stage 4, which I have never seen. I have never seen stage 4 of any of the current activities. Tier 4 is something I saved for this specifically. So who knows? She's definitely got more hectic on each playthrough.
Cyclones of doom.
Lots of health around. That's good. Very good. Whoop.
Inexorable.
Health, 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 health. Oops. The vent positions for the... Oh, and Buddy's down. No, 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 no.
Now it's
One
mine.
guy's getting caught up in the fire and the other things that are happening around the map, so I can't rely on him to res me. She is teleporting like crazy this time. Go on, crazy. What's she been cooking? Health, health, health. This is a funny one. This is a funny one.
Glad you joined me.
Bad choice. Open up a few more boxes here. You definitely want the health on the floor ahead of time. Does mean you waste a bit. I should have done that, but does mean you waste a bit because you're picking it up maybe when you don't necessarily need to, but that ability to just pick it up without having to do any other action is a lifesaver very often.
Heroes are best. Correct. Extinction event. Held up by the frost.
You got ambient attacks? I've got ambient attacks. Last wrestle. Well, we're over a quarter of the way there. Not a great deal of damage being done. Not really getting great hits on her either, if I'm honest, but I'm happier keeping on the move. Increase my, or rather to decrease my chances of getting dropped. At some point my health on the floor is going to run out. I do need to be aware about that. Leave a couple of things closed over here.
Now, promise to behave this time. Yes.
I feel like she needs a more definite noise when she's teleporting. It's a little bit unclear when she's moving. I'll just assume it's always.
As always, good triumphs over evil. Or was it lawful over chaotic? Finish!
Right.
Hold on to something. Go for the eyes.
Zoning out, fighting the boss, and thinking about food. I feel like this was more exciting before. Something about this. I don't know if it's because she's just teleporting like crazy, but this feels different. It feels different than every other time we've been here. Somehow, some way, it feels a bit cray-cray. Go, go, go. Seems very much left and right platform as well. It also feels more than normal. No. Get a good gun. No. Oh my goodness. Fungi, talk about leaving it to the last second. I thought I was actually going to completely KO there. Ugh. That's probably woken me up a little bit though. I was zoning out a little bit. What is this? Oh, yeah. Spells. Trickery. Gotta stay on the case. Really can't decide which of these is doing the better damage. But I guess I feel safer with the Ludite. Just being able to spam pretty roughly and keep moving. Rotation here, so I'm just going to wait a second. Okay. Now I can move with her again. Just a moment in front. It's probably best. A little bit late there. No, I'm very late. I know she's back to mid. Not quite halfway down on her yet, but could be looking for a metamorphosis. Oh no, she's still going. Stuck on a little. It's like a little. That little. Because it's such a thin platform and it's got this sort of L shape to it. Very easy just to get caught kind of on that corner bit there. It's quite frustrating. Whoa, what's up, guys? Yeah.
Many must fall.
This is weird, man. Let me pull my... Oh. Odd. Very odd. Okay, that's about halfway. Should be expecting her to do a little switcheroo at some point. Normally she becomes a kind of goblin and she's been jumping into the cauldron, she's been flying around in the cauldron. Mainly cauldron-y things. It's under halfway at this point. Really? What was that? What's that? I was doing not very much damage to the last gingerbread when I was down. I wonder what the difference was. Was that the one a badass one? I think it was. Cauldron's certainly spicing up. Maybe she doesn't change form this time. Oh no, wait a minute. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I've probably got to get her health bar all the way down before she changes. Oh, gone to mid. Oof, man, that has got a massive explosion. Not going to be able to take too many more downs. Too many more downs, I'm going to be dead faster than I can actually do anything about it. I need to get the rest of these crates open.
Another foe felled by the fungus.
It's not enough health. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's pretty much all the goodies available. Bit of patience, bit of patience. Keep chipping away with the bolts and things. Fungus is down. Fungus? Fungi. Oop. Indecisiveness will get you killed. No health, no health. Heal me up, Buttercup. Come back over here. Taking a little bit of breather under this back route now, just because it's a little bit safer. I think I need to maybe stop with constantly using the jump pads. Ooh. Fake there. Fake to left. You guys can drop me some more health and stuff, I appreciate it. Right, yeah, it's the double stuffed ones are basically badass. So that's why the other one was rough to take down.
I'm locating the healing vial.
Slow business. Risky standing still even for a moment. Come on, come on. That's it for health, and we got a lot more of these frost seeds appearing. That's bad news. Desperate down in the pit of death now. Get up, get up, get up. I need you. Right, you owe me one now, fungi. Even though you already saved me, but you gotta save my life. Oh, stuck again. So bad. I'm wondering if the firing 2 on that is not doing me any favours. Arguably it should be double the damage though. Even if I miss, I've got the potential to do a bit of damage. I still get splash with the Ludite, I think. Dropping short there as well. I need to be careful with that with the Ludite because the drop is very immediate. Good for short range, tough for long range. Please. Even her voice lines aren't very loud. I guess she is at range, but I don't know if you picked it up there, but she said, somebody skipped breakfast, which I don't think I've ever heard her say. I don't know if she's kicking out other voice lines, but especially in the chaos of things. Not really hearing those. Good. Not good at all. Oof. I'm just going to take myself out.
Well, hello, little sprout. Healing to be had. Fingers of frost. Just like I taught you. Inexorable.
Right, I think she has changed form. What on earth is this going to be now? Cake. I don't want cake. It's the only time in my life I haven't wanted cake. Get away from me. Oh wait, or am I meant to be in the cakes? Maybe I'm meant to be in the cakes to be safe. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume the cakes are bad on the basis that she's picking up trouble. Right, yeah. Okay, and they leave ice puddles. I really shouldn't be this close to you. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Health, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, this fire. I'm sorry. Health. Man, I gotta do this whole health bar. I'm starting to rethink this whole process. This isn't gonna be doable. I am gonna completely die on this. This is going completely sideways right now. No double stuffs, just normal gingerbreads. Ah! Also the first time I've said that in my life as well.
Oh, look who's come to play.
Gingerbread.
Over there.
No.
That's one.
Attack her. What? Okay, that's something I'm not a fan of. If I don't even know, if I don't even know why I'm taking damage. Oh, I think we all saw that coming, and I knew that was going to be the case after I made a point about it being smooth sailing early on. That is not cool. That is a big step back. But we wanted a challenge. We got a challenge. I think I was pretty unlucky with gear on that one. They're quite a bit shorter, the earlier encounters in the DLC. So And a bit less opportunity to get stuff. A little bit unlucky with the having to melee enemies to get the bonuses. I might have got some better bonuses. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's a fail. All of this now goes off the cliff of shame. Oh, now that's interesting. Now, I haven't thought about... I think I'm still going to allow myself to keep the 2 items I already had in hand. So, I won't change anything from what it was. But I don't seem to have the green shield I had. Oh, no. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm distraught. I can't see properly. Right, everything else off the cliff of shame. That is a fail. We are going to have to try that again. That was very boring at the end. I'm not gonna lie. That was very boring having to do that fight and just continually hit very, very small amounts of damage while she just endlessly teleported. So I definitely think that I need something more comparable on the damage front. I need to be doing better damage during that sequence. But we wanted a challenge, so we're going to have to do it again. And better luck next time, hopefully. Bye-bye, gear. It was all trash anyway, so I'm not too fussed. And we're always working towards our soul gems as well. So we've amassed 271 soul gems, so we're still working towards a nice payout at the end. But we will try that again on level 20. If that's still too rough, I may adjust things, but we'll see how we go. For now, though, that is it. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do stick around. Please do check out my other content. Please do like and subscribe. Please do wish me better luck for that next time to actually have a better run, because that was not great. I'm not going to lie. That really just was not great. But thank you once again. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.